Good morning. Today's journey I'm going to take you to one of my favorite places. Place I always wear on my shirt a lot. I'm sitting about a mile outside of downtown Pittsburgh right now, and I'm going to take you the long way around because I'll show you the view on the way. I'm going to try to mount my camera and show you this. But Mount Washington is part of Pittsburgh. I lived in Pittsburgh for about 7 years, and it is absolutely one of the most beautiful views you'll see of any city in America. So I'm going to take you up there and kind of show you around. Alright, making it up the hill now, coming to our first statue, and also your first glimpse of this view. Yeah, try to beat that one. I love it. Mount Washington's obviously named after George Washington. He served in the military here prior to being president, so a lot of connections. The statues to commemorate him and his time here. I could sit here and enjoy these views all day, but I really want to take you to the Inclines. They're one of the main features up here, so let's go over a little bit further down, show you some more. Stunning. Anyone who knows Pittsburgh knows I just took the longest way around, but I wanted to do it for nostalgia, so here we are. So that's one of the cars that comes up the hill. A lot of people take it for their daily commute. It's considered part of the public transportation system here. So with the same card, you can get on the buses, take the incline, and there's actually what they call it the T. It's a rail car system, subway system that goes through downtown and into some of the suburbs in the South Hills. And actually for a while I was living up here and I took it almost every day myself. It's a pretty cool, unique experience, I guess, but you can see why this view is so popular. You also get a pretty good view of the stadiums. You'll see right here is Heinz Field for the Steelers, and then you can get a little bit of a look at PNC Park, which is just to the right. Alright, now that we've gotten a good look, let's go take a ride. Yeah, I forgot to mention that in this incline, there's actually a little museum here showing you some of the history. Back when this was a real steel city, people would live up here and take this incline up and down to the steel mills. You just see like soot and dust everywhere, and it's been a staple of the city ever since. It's a little crowded in there, but once you get to the bottom, you can take this little ramp over the road. This road is actually Carson Street, which is the main road in the south side. This is much further down, but if you go down the road this way, you're gonna hit south side, probably the biggest nightlife district of Pittsburgh. This bridge has been part of this city for, 100 years plus. So, pretty cool to be on. So let's take it back up. Alright, so that's the ride on that car. I lived in Mount Washington for a while, but always on the other end, so I haven't taken this car in a while. It's a lot bumpier than I remembered. The other one, I think, from my memory, is a lot smoother. But anyways, other than that, there's basically two kind of fancy restaurants right here. Altius, which is probably my favorite restaurant in Pittsburgh. Monterey Bay at the top of this building here. Those are two of the nicest, highest end restaurants. There's a few more going down the other way before you get to the other side of Grandview. So let's head over there. I'll give you some shots from that side as well. It's been a while since I've been here, but I miss Altius. They, besides having, great food that you'd expect, they serve popcorn with every meal, but it's always like some kind of weird special popcorn, like curry popcorn or French onion soup popcorn, and man, I wish they were open right now. It's a little too early. As a longtime Mount Washington resident, let me teach you how to park up here. First of all, make sure to drive firmly up onto the curb so that you're almost on the sidewalk. There's another car in front of you. You should tap it and hit it just to make sure you dent their bumper. Third thing is, always use your handbrake because these hills are big. There are a couple notable things up here. One is these overlooks. There are these round circles that you can stand on, and they hang pretty far over the edge of the hill, and you can get a beautiful view of the city. You come here any time of the year, you're going to see a lot of people who are taking pictures, graduation pictures, wedding photos. I've even seen wedding ceremonies up here. Once in a while, you'll see like a group doing yoga, and they have their yoga mats laid out on these. It's kind of funny. When I lived up here, I used to run up this path a lot. It's really, really nice. I kind of miss it. The other thing is, there's this church in front of me, St. Mary's Cathedral. So just like you can see the entire city from up here, if you're looking down from the bottom, there are a few things that you can see at the top. The steeple on this cathedral is one of them. So pretty much anywhere you're on the city, you can look up and see it, kind of get an idea of where Mount Washington is and a reference point to where this is. I lived all the way on the other end. There's a antenna, if you can see it behind me. I lived right by that antenna, so whenever I was in the city, I could always just look up and see the antenna and be like, oh, well, there's home. It's pretty neat. So this angle will show you a couple things. You can see the sidewalk behind me, how it goes all the way down the overlook, so you can run up and down here. I used to do that every morning. It's beautiful. A lot of people do it. You also see a lot of people with nice cars, motorcycles parking up here, kind of hanging out, just enjoying the view, going up a ride up the mountain, parking here. See right there, it's one of the overlooks, one of those circles I was just standing on, so you get a pretty good view of how high they actually are. And then if you look all the way to the other end, you'll see the roof to the Monongahela Incline, so we'll be heading over there in a minute. So as much as I like to claim being from Mount Washington, I lived up here for 2 years, but I lived for 5 years in Southside. And this is a spectacular view of Southside. That whole city area on this side of the river, you see Southside Flats. The houses going up the hill are called the Slopes, and then all the way on the other end is the Works. I spent a lot of time in Southside. Some good years there, I'll tell you that. So while this won't be as cool as the other two, you can actually see the hockey stadium from here too, so let me try to point that out. Let's see, right that's where the Penguins play. So if you like hockey, there you go. Alright, time to buy a ticket. Just give me a second.
Don't get the same result.
Hi there.
Hey, how you doing?
So pretty straightforward. Benches. If you want to get a good view, go to the front car because then you get the window. I think it's $250 for one trip, and then if you want to do a round trip, which is funny they sell that because obviously people are just going down and back up when they come to visit. It's only $350. So let's check out the ride down. Seems to be a slight delay, which happens a lot. I remember one time I was on here and I got stuck for like 15 minutes, but here we go. So I don't know if you can really get a good idea of how steep this is, but check it out. I'd say the whole ride probably takes 2 minutes maybe. I'm not really sure, I've never timed it. But here's an idea of what the cars are. So there's 3 sections in each car. So it can hold quite a few people. The cars on this side are actually different than the other incline. So on the Duquesne Incline, it's actually like one long car. It's really strange. You might have seen it when I filmed it earlier, but it's one long car, and then it just has like a steep, like metal, I don't know, chassis that has wheels on the bottom. Where this one is more like steps. So slightly different. One of them is owned by the city, and one's actually privately owned. I'm not sure which one's which, but. Now we're moving, so the first few seconds are real slow, then it gets going. So you can see how quickly you go from being so far from the city to basically being in the city. There's a train station right next door. So you just hop off here, hop on the train, you're downtown. And you can also get all the way over to the football stadium from here too on the train. So this I can say for sure. If you're not from Pittsburgh or you've never been here, you haven't seen this before, I bet you didn't know this was here. I bet you didn't know anything about this. So like I said in the beginning, Pittsburgh's pretty cool. It's got some unique features. So, coming into the station. and we'll take a quick ride back up. So I'm not gonna spend too much time down here, but I just want to take a quick shot, show you what it looks like. Pretty sure that one's just about to leave, so we missed it. So we'll wait on this side and take the next one up. Also, real quick while we're waiting, imagine trying to drag your bike up here every day. I did that a lot. Oh, there it goes, so we'll be on the next one. So I took the back car on purpose because it's just different. This is where I put my bike. It's also wheelchair accessible, and there's an elevator on this side, so it can help a lot of people use it. And I'm gonna just show you kind of the view from the bottom going back up. Well, that's our journey today. Thank you for joining me in what I feel one of the most underrated cities in America, with one of the best views and a place that I used to call home. So, see you soon.